How do I use customized and conditional content in my messages in LISTSERV Maestro? LISTSERV Maestro contains powerful customization capabilities which allow you to include any kind of personalized content in your email messages. Any profile field that you have in your subscriber warehouse can be used for mail merging or for creating conditional blocks. To give a few examples, let's open a mail job and go to the content definition screen. The simplest personalization option is to use profile data from your subscriber warehouse and insert it into your mailings. To see all of the profile fields that are available, depending on the list of your choice, open the Merge Fields panel. To use this personalized information for each recipient, you can just click on the name of a merge field to insert it into the message. For example, the name. Merge fields always begin with an ampersand and end with a semicolon. You can also create any types of conditions that use your profile data to determine which content should be included for which recipient for totally unique and customized messages. These types of conditional blocks in LISTSERV Maestro always begin with BB, begin block, and end with EB, end block. You can also use else in the condition as well. To create these types of conditions, click to view the source code of the message. You can now construct your condition in a similar way as with many popular programming languages. The important thing to remember is that the code that defines the condition always needs to be the first character of each line. In this example, let's enter a condition that looks at the date of birth of each subscriber. And if the newsletter is sent out on their birthday, then a special greeting is included for those subscribers. For our subscriber list, we define the format of the birthday field as year, 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 month, month, day, day. In order to create the condition that includes this type of birthday greeting, we need to compare each subscriber's date of birth with the current date. Since the year part is irrelevant in this case, we'll only compare today's date with the birth month and birth day. We'll use the substring function to extract only the month and day part from the birthday field. In other words, the 6th to the 10th characters. With this type of construction, this content block will only be inserted if a person has their birthday on the day the newsletter is sent out. However, let's say that our newsletter is only sent out once a month and we want to include the birthday greeting for everyone who has a birthday that month. To do this, we can change the condition to only look at the month part. In other words, the 6th and the 7th character of the birthday field. Let's do another example. Earlier, we merged the name field at the top of the newsletter, which generally contains the person's full name. However, in order to make the greeting a little less formal, let's only include the person's first name. We can use the BB else EB method like this. If the value of the name field contains a space, then we'll only include the part before the space, in other words, the first name. If the name field doesn't contain a space, then we'll spell it out as is in its entirety. You can also construct this condition in a slightly different way. Instead, we can do an if condition that, again, checks to see if a space is present in the name field. If so, only the first name is included. If not, then the entire name field is spelled out. You can choose to use whichever method you prefer. The BB else EB method is more suitable when you're deciding whether or not to include an entire content block. The if method is more suitable for simpler conditions where you're doing word or phrase substitutions. Let's do one more example. The subscriber database of our fictional airline newsletter contains a profile field named Miles, where the number of frequent flyer miles are stored for each subscriber. Depending on how many miles each subscriber has accumulated, they are assigned into different tiers: gold, silver, or bronze level members. To create a custom content block for each tier so that subscribers can use their rewards, we'll look at the number in the miles profile field. If a subscriber has more than 100,000 miles, then they are gold level members. If a subscriber has between 50,000 and 100,000 miles, then they are silver level members. And finally, if a subscriber has less than 50,000 miles, then they are bronze level members. We can construct the conditions like this. If you're hand coding your newsletters, then you would enter all the conditions directly in the source code like we are doing now. However, if you're using the built-in Fluid Design widgets or a newsletter template, where you have created editable blocks like we did in the previous tutorials, then you can enter the conditions without touching the source code. If an editable block has been configured with condition editable true, then you can simply use the HTML editor and click on the widget condition icon to enter your conditions. All in all, the conditional processing of LISTSERV Maestro is extremely powerful and allows you to evaluate all types of conditions, do complex calculations based on numbers, and much more. For more information on the exact syntax of these conditions and how to construct them, see the help pages, which are always available from the top right corner. Thank you for watching.